Greetings, 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 greetings. So, I did a meditation and I did start writing some stuff down, and I wanted to do a video about it, so it's recorded. I'm most likely going to post this for a meek meditation just to give you what I've been downloading along my own path. And if you find something useful in it, then please take it and pick sense out of no sense or nonsense where you can, and apply it where you can if it's helping you with your own journey. Okay? So this meditation has to do with cycles, and I'm going to get into what I was writing. Okay? Once you move in confidence with whom you are and are able to recognize patterns, you will then notice how you respond to obstacles and challenges. Now it's sometimes difficult because we think that either a leopard can never change its spots or a tiger can never change its stripes, but we do notice in human evolution we must get off the wheel of karma at some point. Make different decisions for your own betterment. Okay, so this first part of the meditation, I was thinking about, can people actually change, or is there something innate in them that prevents them from moving different or making better choices? Now, I know when we think about us being here on this realm, there's oftentimes certain traumas and triggers that keep us bound and tied to certain patterns of thinking, and that ultimately influences the decisions that we make and keeps us on that karmic cycle, on that karmic loop. Okay? This is independence of any outside force. Attaching yourself to outside energies, whether it be friends, relationships, work, career, that are not aligned with you, can cause you to withstand their karmic death with them. Okay, so one of the messages this week was that you're only as strong as your weakest link, which you can totally understand that, right? So who is ever applying more karmic debt than karmic deposits, okay, meaning that we are now doing things that are, once we reap what we sow, we're actually ascending, we're actually growing, we're getting better. Collectively, you would take on that debt. Collectively, we take on the problems of others when we have resonance with them, if we choose to align with them or have alliances with them. This is why discernment is very important, but then also trusting that you are moving in alignment with your Godhead. Okay, that means sometimes showing up for people who you know may have problematics, but you are offering a helping hand where you can, okay, because you're being divinely led to, not because of a tit for tat situation, okay. But I'll continue with that, because no matter what, whether or not you're thinking you're taking a righteous approach or not, resonance never lies, okay. So where there's one, there's going to be the other, okay. So I'll continue. Now, no man is on an island by themselves, but you must know where you end and others begin in order to maintain your resonance. Okay, when I say your resonance, you have to literally choose which your resonance is going to be in any given situation. Okay, I'm not saying maintain your resonance, meaning you're maintaining a certain thought process no matter what, unless that thought process is something that actually serves you and brings you forth a change in your reality. Okay? Always choose your own shadow when visiting the underworld. Now, when I'm saying the underworld, I mean, like Ralph Sartre says, deep divers. Those, when I think about the underworld, it's basically the concept of you're exploring your shadows of your being. Okay, you don't stay at the surface. That means you literally deep dive into your subconsciousness and try to uncover what it is that is bothering you, what's causing the delay, what's causing problem gunk, energy signatures, things that are stagnant. You try to get to the bottom of those things through meditation, through it's not as much logical as much of as a whole body experiences, because you have to go do the experience something, and then you have to analyze the experience and then integrate the lessons into what you're trying to change or what you're trying to actually manifest or turn into a better or different outcome. Okay. They dissect themselves to gain thorough understanding or themselves. You can only do this with honest reflections and contemplation. People in your circle are reflections of things you have learned, scenarios you have avoided, or obstacles that you're going to face if you maintain a certain resonance. Or they may even show a pathway to certain gifts that you will attain, okay, if you stay within a certain resonance, okay? Resonance, the frequency in which you bond, the resonance or the frequency in which you bond will be magnified through every cycle. You consciously choose to continue. If in this life I choose to participate in a certain pattern or ritual, that gets magnified and amplified through every repetition, okay? Everything you do is a spiritual practice. Everything you involve your breath and set intention to is a spiritual practice. Try to avoid practices that you are unsure of, unaware of the intent. This is why you don't just share consciousness with everybody. You don't just partake in spiritual ritual with just anybody, because you don't know what their intent is and where exactly is the resonance, right? Because we might be resonating on a certain drink, or just even exchange of words. Honestly, those things are spiritual as well. Everything that we do is a spiritual experience. So with that being said, you have to literally be intentional and aware of those things, okay? Aware who you're sharing vibration with in every given situation if you can, okay? This is why, again, I do push being sober. If you, like I said, if you're moving with some kind of fear frequency, because sometimes that's you. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes I'm moving with people I'm not sure who these people are, but maybe I shouldn't be partaking in certain experiences. But again, you have to, that trust, it takes time to build. Character takes time to build. It's not something that you just pop out of nowhere and be like, this is that. You know, that's why it's good to have healthy boundaries until you could let down with certain people after you see how they act, how they move, and how they move with you. Okay? A wise person told me that you must get to know people before you judge them. They can be reflecting something or an aspect of you that you have not killed off yet or have not nourished. Okay, so when you look at yourself in a certain resonance, no one here isn't, if you're an angel, you can also be a demon. Okay, if you're a villain, you're also the hero. Okay, with that being said, you have to choose. You have to choose wisely which parts of you want to maintain and which parts of you want to relinquish. It's no longer serving you in this life, okay, and it's actually holding you back. Okay, we all make judgments, yes. The judgments are more for ourselves than for other people, okay? Because this is a big world. It's a big world, okay? And you may see certain aspects of yourself that you'd like to nourish in one person, but not in the wholeness, okay? This is why you have to, for me, there's certain levels to just even friendships, relationships. If you don't like someone in their entirety, you must allow the separation to happen where it needs to happen. Okay, because you may have a certain resonance with someone that you really enjoy, that you really like in a certain stage, in a certain space of time. It doesn't mean that it's going to carry on. This is that lesson of some friends and places are just for a season, and some is for more of a lifelong or whatever time it may take. Okay, so you don't just get. That's why attachment is not good. You don't get attached to the vessels. Okay. Don't take on more obstacles that are not your own. This is why, again, you have to know where your resonance is and when it's not. Don't be too empathetic that you start making excuses for people and you're not honoring oneself. Okay? Maintain your best vibration as best as possible. You have to listen to the loudest voice within and trust the process. We have already taken in many subconscious programming, and it's have already animated itself in your being. Choose programming that makes you better, whatever that means for you. You will be able to recognize it because it will make you happy, joyful, and at peace. When you animate it, it will bring joy and comfort. It is not met with confusion. Okay? Feed those cycles that bring a peace of mind and a calm and joyful spirit, not one of guilt or regret. Okay? Or confusion at that matter. Anything that has your heart at odds with itself. Not even just your heart, but if your mind and your cellular makeup and your spirit are just like, if any one of those things, anything part of your own personal holy trinity is at odds with the other, it cannot bring wholeness, and it cannot bring a vibration that's sound and confident. It just can't. It won't withstand. It just won't. Especially when you get triggered and when you get tested. That's why when you get triggered, that's the best time to see what your resonance really is. What is your resonance really? Okay, can an outside force come and bully you into another vibration? That is part of the thing. Okay, and people don't really know what they're, like I said, sometimes I think I've also done it to people. Can't act holier than thou, because it's a journey to get here. But once you do get a certain level of wholeness and meditation and understanding of yourself, it is really hard for outside forces to do so. Okay, now this is why you can't be attached to anybody. You can't be attached to anything. Okay, you literally choose which cycles you amplify. You choose it on a cyclic basis. There's was a 30-day cycle for you to establish a new habit. You know what I'm saying? All this comes from willpower. It comes from willpower and literally a divine connection within yourself. Can you listen to yourself? Are you able to hear that voice within? Or are you more living in your logical mind? Are you holy? Okay, are you holy? Are you moving with the Holy Spirit? Okay, because it's going to be challenged, it's going to be tested, especially where we are. Okay, when you close out cycles, it releases you, and your heart feels lighter, less conflicted. You are no longer fragmented in your thinking or embodiment. You're moving in one goal, one aim, and one destiny. Freedom frequency. Okay, make clean detachments, stand upon your wholeness. Some cycles are tested in solitude to magnify your own resonance and ritual without the interference of frequencies of others. It's a little harder to do that when you're in unnatural environments, or that it's densely populated. Okay, because you don't know what everyone has a resonance in any area they're living, but just because you're in resonance doesn't mean you're actually attached, or you've made a connection. You see what I'm saying? So if one area or land mass or point, everyone's you were drawn to, I don't know, whatever city that you're in, so you're drawn, you maintain a certain resonance of frequency for that particular area. It doesn't mean that you're in resonance with every single person, or not deep resonance with every single person in that area, because they literally, you have not made a connection with everybody in that area, right? There's going to be people in who's also in that resonance of that city that you make strong, weak, or strong or weak connections with. Okay. Yep. Some cycles are tested in solitude, and that's because you need to be able to see yourself. That's why sometimes doing rituals like smoking or drinking by yourself, and I don't recommend it if you're in a depressive resonance. Okay, I don't recommend those kind of things, depending on where your resonance is, because you have to know your resonance. Like, you have to be honest when you're looking in the mirror. Who are you? Who are you? Shout out. Okay, to Auntie. If you see this, Auntie, shout out to you. Alice in Wonderland reference. Okay, because whatever you're doing in your solitude will be magnified. So make sure when you're looking in the mirror, you're proud of what you're seeing and you can stand upon it. Okay, because literally when you go back outside and you start connecting and reconnecting with other people, they're going to reflect the work, the ritualistic stuff that you're doing inside. Okay, so be mindful of that and be ready for that as well. Okay, so feed yourself good things. Okay, stand upon your own principles, and also show up for yourself. Okay. Yep. Okay. Trust yourselves. Trust your consciousness during your travels. We don't burn bridges. Resonance do. We don't burn the bridge. Okay. Resonance burns. They detach. They detach. Don't look back unless you turn into a pillar of salt. Okay? You don't look back, because you'll understand that every single step that you have taken has brought you to whatever it is that your purpose is. What was your point of coming through this life cycle? What was the point? What was the lessons? And that's really what I'm thinking this whole thing is about, lessons. Because anything I pick up, I'm like, okay, this is fun. You play, and then you put it down. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lesson. It's a lesson. And the ones that I've also made really strong it's like a ripple effect, right? Let's say I met you and the vibration that we shared was so intense, it sends a ripple effect for years to come. It's residual. Okay, now you can choose whether or not you want to continue to feed that ritual. We're gonna continue to meet up. We're gonna continue to feed this energy, or we're gonna kill it off. Okay, and that you can't lie. Don't lie to yourself about that. Okay, don't force relationships. Don't force connections with people. You can't, because like I'm telling you that whatever is on their plate may not be on your plate. Okay, and you could be sharing plates sometimes with people who maybe be bringing you down. I don't know, either way it could be vice versa. They you bringing them down or they're bringing you down. This is why when you get let go from a job, or if you know, lose friends, lose attachments, the only way you could really see the picture clear is if one goes the other way and the other one goes the other way. Okay, but there's always an eagle eye view. There's always somebody watching down. Okay, that sees everything, that understands the divine hand. Okay. um but yes, don't be scared. Just keep moving forward. Keep your heart as light as possible, because there's literally no other solution. There isn't. Okay, so keep moving forward. um I've been listening to a song by Adekunle Gold, AG Baby. It's called Eerie Ari. You say Ari, but everything is Ari. Eerie, that song. Okay, I won't sing it, but I'll post it in the comments maybe. Right, but he's like, this one part, he's like, I burn my bridges, so I never look back. Right, it's your life. That's all this is. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much you intellectually try to conceptualize it. It's already happening. It's already going on. Okay, just do the things. Okay, just do it. This is just action now. All right. Okay.